Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Coffee with MP show. This week we're speaking with our member Angela Green on how to age with grace.
We're Midwest Performance. We're on a mission to empower women around the world to take action and work hard to make a physical impact in their lives. In this very saturated fitness industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests to the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the Coffee with MP show.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Coffee with MP show. This week we're talking with our member Angela Green on how to age with grace. So Angela,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I work from home today, so I'm wonderful.
Work from home,
Yeah.
living the life.
Yeah.
It's officially winter here in Chicago area where we're at. So this is my first episode that I'm filming where my feet are frozen. So
My elbows are cold.
I'm glad you got to work from home today and
Yes.
spare yourself a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming out. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I'm single.
Okay.
I'm middle age.
Okay. How young are you?
I'm 55.
55.
Yeah.
Would you ever guess that?
Well, I run marathons. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah, I do. So my church has a huge running club. So about 7 years ago, some lady talked me into running.
That's what it would take for me. I would need to be seriously talked into it. So how did she talk you into it? How does that go?
So after church, they were out canvassing the hallways and
Okay.
talking to people, and it was like, you could be a runner. And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like,
What's the punchline? What
I'm like, really? And she said, yeah, you can. She was very motivated.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you can. Come sign up. It's $100. We have 11 weeks of classes where we talk about nutrition, mind renewal, scripture, how to buy the right equipment, how to exercise, and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I was like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this every week. And then like week 6 or 7, we start running around the church. And my church is a huge church in Forest Park. And so we run around, that's 1.25 miles around.
Okay.
That first time going around, I was huffing and puffing like a freight train. I was like, oh my goodness.
So huffing and puffing like a freight train to running marathons.
Yes.
What does that look like?
So being consistent.
Yeah.
Doing my short runs twice a week. Running with my running club on Saturdays.
Okay.
And just being consistent. So that first year I did a full marathon. It was like September, it was Fox Valley Marathon in St. Charles. And so that summer I had a few vacations. So I'm in California running at a park, and my mom and an older lady friend, we're going with you. You can't run by yourself.
Oh.
So I'm trying to get 15 miles in the San Francisco area. I probably got about 13. I'm like, they go like, it's enough, you know, because they were like, oh, well, you shouldn't be running, you shouldn't be doing all this. And it's like, I have to do this. This is for my health. I have to do it. I made a commitment, and so I'm going to fulfill that commitment. So that year I did one full marathon. And then the next 6 years I did half marathons. And then last year I did another full. So that was the reason why I came to MP. Because my strength training and my cardio, I wasn't getting enough, you know. So I'd run 5 miles and I would be exhausted, physically exhausted.
And I think a lot of women think that, like that running and just the cardio aspect is what's going to get you in shape and help you lose weight, help you do all of those things. But there's a piece to that they're missing.
Right, so I was missing that piece. I had a gym membership, but I didn't have structure. So I would go and I'd buy weights and I would do stuff, but it wasn't enough.
Okay.
So I came to MP, I seen the thing for like the 1 week free, and I'm like, okay, I can try something for 1 week. So I came and it's like, okay, this is intense, but I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
You know? So that year I did a full marathon, and I was stronger. I wasn't fatigued at the end of running. I was just literally stronger to endure, even though it took me more time to finish the marathon than I wanted to.
Right.
I was still able to continue a pace, even though at the end it was power walking.
Yeah.
But I was able to continue that, and I wasn't fatigued. I wasn't like, oh my God, let me fall out somewhere.
Right.
My feet hurt, You know, I had a few blisters, but otherwise I was okay. And I went to work the next day. So people are like, how can you do that? And it's like, you know, you may look at me, I'm short, and you may look at me and I still have some roles in places that I want to get rid of. Progress. It's a journey.
Progress.
It's a journey.
And you're allowed to be on it.
Yeah, it's a journey. And so I was like, but I'm able to go to work after a full marathon.
After a marathon.
I don't have aches and pains. You know, I take an Epsom salt bath and, you know, all that kind of stuff and do stretching. But I can go to work the next day and I can continue my life. You know, some people it takes them a whole week to recover.
That's incredible to me because running just seems like a punishment because of the whole mental aspect. So I want to ask you about that.
Right.
When you're running a marathon, what's happening up here?
Lots of things. I'm like, how soon can I get to the finish line? I can't get to it fast enough. And just really working on form. I'm constantly working on form. I don't use music when I'm running. I'm constantly working on, am I breathing properly? Am I slouching? You know, what am I doing? I'm constantly working on form because I'm constantly getting better.
Yeah.
So I went from a 20-minute walk run to like my average is about a 30-minute mile per mile.
That's awesome.
On a good day.
Yeah.
You know, and the good day means if I've been to the gym, I'm eating properly. Yeah, I can do that.
So can you tell a difference on days when you haven't gone to the gym and when you haven't eaten what you know is best for you? Can you notice a difference when you're running?
Because my body, body is sluggish. Yeah. It's sluggish.
I think so many people don't pay enough attention to what happens to them when they do eat properly and when they do eat well, when they do work out, when they do exercise. Like, they don't give it enough credit. Like, they're like, oh, I just must have had a good day. Like, no, if you pay attention to the days when you are feeling sluggish, when you're feeling bad, and you actually look at what's attributing to that, I think you'd be surprised that it's just those little things that you have complete control over.
Right, and so that means, you can't eat a whole bag of skinny popcorn. So I have to really limit myself because, not limit, but I have to know the things that trigger that I can't do that. I'm not a grazer, but there's some things, if I buy the whole bag, like popcorn, I'll buy it. I don't buy a bag of cookies. I mean, if I want a cookie, I go to Panera and buy a cookie. You know, I do those kind of things. So I still have it's a journey. I still have a lot to go, but there's some things I know I can't do. Yeah. So my two bad things, pecans. Because I have no wherewithal. So Mariano's, you can buy them in bulk.
Okay.
You know, I'd buy a quarter of a pound, and if I'm eating them as I go to work, and then in the evening, it's like, okay, it's gone. It's like, oh my God, how many calories that is? It's like, okay, don't do a mental meltdown. Just, make a decision. No pecans this month.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to make those mental decisions. I have to really say, okay, because it's not like I eat big meals or anything like that. I don't eat out at restaurants and a lot. But it's those little things that it's like, you know what? You don't have to eat that. You know, there's certain things that don't bother me, like ice cream. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't thrill me. Yeah. But there's some things that I like because they're comfort. And there's things I've been eating all my life, you know, like popcorn eating with my mom, you know. Yeah. You popped it on top of the stove as a kid.
Absolutely. I love And I think a lot of us have those triggers, like those memories, so it's that emotional connection to it, no matter like what the outcome is.
So I'm just like, as I continue to age, it's like, okay, you know what, you can make better decisions every day. Yeah. You really can. It's a decision. You have to mentally say what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do and prepare. So I prepare. I do meal planning. Oh, not a whole bunch. I live by myself, so my idea of I've cooked in 3 pans, it's like, oh my God, I gotta wash dishes now. So on Sundays, I will typically roast vegetables, like parsnips, cauliflower. I steam green beans. Yeah. But once you cook 4 vegetables, I mean, that lasts me the whole week. Yeah. It's just me,
So tell me about that, because I know you just emit this strength, just in general. Your aura is just strength. She's not the kind of person that you ever expect an excuse from, like, oh, Angela, why weren't you there? And then she'll give you a whole list of excuses that aren't legitimate about why she wasn't in the gym. There's just none of that. So where do you get that strength from? Where do you pull that from?
I feel it with my relationship with God. You know, just knowing, and I rehearse scriptures. There's scriptures that I rehearse to get myself motivated, because getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning almost every day of the week.
That's right, guys. She's a 5 a.m.er. She's here at 5 a.m.
It's kind of hard, especially if you went to bed at 10:30 the night before, because you're trying on clothes and it's like, okay, I need to put this in this pile. Okay, that's too big, you know. Okay, you know, you still got to work on that one.
Yeah.
So some people say I'm a morning person and then I can be an evening person. So it just depends on what's going on in my life. But pretty much a morning person. I get up, you know. Some mornings I get up at 4 and I don't have to be anywhere. And I do stuff like I may go and clean out my closet, and then I realize, like, okay, you know what? You said you had to be to work by 9. You were trying to get to work by 9. It's like, okay, it'll be 9:15.
It's 9:15.
You know,
be there by 9.
You know, I lose track. You know, so when I have energy, I do stuff. You know, at night, you know, 8:30. I'm not fatigued. I'm not tired. I'm sleepy.
Yes.
So my brain says, go get on the couch to relax.
Right.
My brain forgets you're going to fall asleep. So I try not to get on the couch.
Got it.
Because I'm going to fall asleep. I do it, and I know my brain knows it.
Yeah.
But it says you're just going to sit there to relax.
Right.
And then I fall asleep. So last week, 2 nights in a row, I fell asleep. I woke up, it was midnight. And it's like, you're not 21 anymore, girl. You need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I get about 6.5, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I'm working on 7. Because I'm not 21 anymore. So I think I need more sleep.
Yeah.
I think the doctors say you need more sleep.
Yes.
So
tell me more about your aging process. How do you feel about it? What do you do to embrace it?
You know what? I embrace it, because it's like, what are you going to do about it? It's like, I'm physically okay. You know, continue the weight wellness journey. Went to the doctor, no issues. They're lowering the medication I take. We're going to get that lowered. And all my levels were great. You know, everything was fine. So it's like, okay, so just do the things you need to do.
Yeah.
Come to the gym several times a week. Run, you know, do those things, and just work on not emotional eating.
Yeah.
You know, so those kind of things, and drink plenty of water. So I drink water. So that's probably what I drink during the day is water. I don't drink soda. Maybe a ginger ale every once in a while. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink tea. You know, but it's just the idea of just making a decision and doing it. Yeah, do I get it perfect every day? Heck no. But I make an effort.
Right.
You know, I can't be, you know, so I'm on Facebook and I look at people that I went to school with and different people, and some of them have health problems. I mean, devastating health problems. I don't want to have that. You know, so I've looked around, you know, even when I was, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, looked around, and older people, all their issues were mobility issues. All their issues were mobility. And I'm like, I don't want to be that, because I'm single. That means I have no children. I have adult nieces. I don't want them to really take care of me.
Because you do a hell of a job on it on your own.
Right, you know, as I continue, you know, 20 years from now, I don't want to have health issues. I mean, there's things that you can't control, but the things that you can, you know, you don't know what all is in your, you know, your genes and things that can come up. But the things that you can do better to make sure that as you age, as I get to, that's terrifying.
It looks good on you, girlfriend.
I don't know why it's terrifying, because I don't think about it. And, you know, I have friends that say, oh, you know, I'm old. And it's like, no, you're not. I'm like, we're the same age. I'm not old. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't do any of that stuff. And it's like, but I'm not old. I mean, the word old, I don't know, it's a bad.
And it's so subjective.
Yeah, it is subjective. So I don't feel my age.
Right.
You know, I get up in the morning. I don't want to get up because I haven't had enough sleep, but I don't get up with anything aching.
Right.
You know, some mornings if I've had a, you know, really good workout here and it's like, oh, I didn't use that muscle in a couple of days. Like, oh, the back of the arm hurt. It's like, oh.
Right.
You know, but otherwise I feel good.
And I think that's so important that you've literally taken the bulls by the horn and just started, like, being proactive about aging. Because I think so many of us, even like my weight loss journey, like I waited until I had gestational diabetes. Like you wait until you're literally at the point of no return.
Right.
And then what are you going to do about it?
Right.
You haven't left yourself many options at that point.
Right.
And then it's scary, and we wait, and we just, until we're literally told, okay, this is what it is.
Right.
So I think that's the key, like one of like the most important pieces that you could do is just be proactive about.
You know, that's my thing. So, you know, there's something, you know, like keeping my teeth. Okay, so I was really like, I gotta keep my teeth.
One of my biggest.
I gotta keep my teeth. You know, whether I pay for them or whatever. You know, but that's my goal. Have all my teeth, because the reason why I know that is because it affects your health. You know, I see people my age and they don't have any. I don't know what you call those teeth, but the back teeth, the side teeth, and it's like it affects you.
Yeah.
And so that was my goal. So that was my teeth of my children. It's like, okay, I put money aside just in case there's an issue. You know.
I love that. I love that. There's something so empowering about single women. Just like you get to pick that. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to focus any of your time and energy on anything except what's important to you. And some people I think are scared of that, but I think it's emboldening. I think it's empowering. I think it's awesome. Like,
you know, and the things I don't have control over is my hair. You know, I have hair issues, and it's like, okay, you know what? Don't stress about that. Okay, figure out something. You know, figure out something that makes you look okay. You know, put earrings on, put a little lipstick on, whatever the case may be. Buy the wig, get a wig, do whatever. You know, so there's different things I do, and I look in the mirror every day, and it's like, okay, you don't look half bad. You look all right.
You sure don't.
You know, I'm like, you look all right.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but you look all right.
I agree. She looks damn all right. But if you had one piece of advice for someone out there watching, what would your advice to them be?
So as women, whether you're single, whether you have kids, whether the kids are still in your home, whether they're toddlers, babies, whatever, tweens, teenagers, or they're out in college, whatever, take care of yourself. Because women are the nurturers of your family, whether, like I said, whether you're single, have kids, or whatever, you're the gap, you're the person there. And especially if you're like my age, you probably have children, you probably have elderly parents or aging parents, and you need to take care of yourself so that you can be there for them.
Absolutely.
Because if their parents are aging and they're having health problems, if you have health problems, you can't help take care of anybody.
No, you can't.
You know.
And that's so funny they bring that up. We're very nurturing by nature.
Right.
But we never turn that nurture, we never look in the mirror and give that nurturing there. Like we are so quick to give it away to everyone else, but then we find it so hard to give it back to ourselves.
Yeah, so that's my advice. You know, find something. So I usually tell people, you know, like, oh, I can't walk. I said, do you have a driveway? I said, day one, walk from your garage to the end of the driveway and come back and go in the house. Day two, do it a couple times. By the end of the week, you should be able to walk at your block. So where your house is to your neighbor's house, count the sidewalk blocks. Walk 8, 10 of those, and just build it until you walk to the end of the street.
She went from huffing like a freight train to marathons, people.
You know, I mean, you gotta do something. Do you have to be perfect?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be perfect. Yeah, do you mess up on eating? Yeah, do you mess up and say, you know what, I'm not running today?
Yeah.
Yes, but you have to do something.
Something.
You have to do something.
And you never regret that something. You never look back and go, no, I wish I didn't.
No, because I look at my progress in running. Am I the fastest runner? No. Am I the best runner? No. But I know what it felt like struggling to walk, to running. Do I still have issues? Yeah. You know, something hurts, the foot hurt or something, or the sock is doing something weird, you know. I get hot quickly, you know, that's just with that menopause thing, you know. I get hot quickly, so I'm constantly taking off stuff, you know. I'm still decent.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh God, I'm hot, you know, I gotta stop, you know, oh goodness. Okay, only take a couple seconds, get your gloves off, get the extra shirt off, you know, tie it around your waist, you know.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. But I'm just trying to, you know, we all deal with stuff. You know, everybody deals with stuff. You have deaths in the family, you have family issues, we all deal with stuff. But that coming and helps me to running and coming here helps me to deal with that stuff. Because you get the endorphins up, you get all that crappy stuff out, you know. You can't think about family stuff when you're trying to figure out, oh God, I got to do a box jump. Okay, I can jump up.
It's
you know. Or you know.
Yep.
Or you're doing chin-ups, you're like, oh God, can I get another plate? The ground is way down there, can I do that? You know, you don't think about that stuff. So this is time to take care of yourself. You have come here, you don't have to think. You know, there's 5 or 6 exercises. I'm like, oh God, I forgot how to do the first one. Oh, we did that one last week. How do we do it? What is it again? Can you show it to me again? You know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. You have a permission to be a work in progress. You have a permission to do just something and just to take care of yourself. So, Angela, take it from the queen over here, okay?
All right.
Thank you so much for coming on my show, Angela.
Me. I enjoyed myself.
Me too. We'll see you guys next week on another episode of the Coffee with MP show. Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever your favorite places to listen to podcasts might be. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.